Hello everybody and welcome to Metroid Prime. Now, this is one of my favorite childhood games. It was like the first game I ever got for the GameCube. I think it came with my GameCube, which I got from my grandma. And I always loved it. Always got stuck in Phazon Mines. I'll mention where I got stuck when we get there. But recently I've really gotten back into the series with the announcement of Dread. We just beat Metroid the first game, the reimagined, remastered version of Zero Mission. And so now, the next game in the story is Prime. And so I decided just the other day to sort of speedrun it. I'm not a speedrunner of the game, but I got through the game in a decent time, I would say. But the ending of the game really slowed me down because I don't know that part. The beginning I do know better. But without further ado, we're going to get started on Metroid Prime, the game I'm most excited for this series. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm a little nervous for Metroid 2 and 3, or Prime 2 and 3, because I don't know those. Unidentified distress beacon has been tracked to a derelict space vessel above the planet Talon 4. Yeah. The soundtrack, man, I love it. So many memories brought back just by that simple cutscene. Of all the times that I restarted this game because I got stuck, I will just go onto YouTube and listen to the whole soundtrack from time to time. Alright, so they want to teach you to mark those things so we can scan the ship. If I scan it here, energy force field in place, you cannot reach your gunship. Okay, so I can't scan it ahead of time. We will activate the force field locked stuff that will deactivate. So you lock on to these, and then you have to free aim, or use your aiming mechanism to get up to the top ones. Let's use the morph ball to get up here. And so there's things like this that we can read. Deck, gamma, reactor core, and propulsion. Current status, environment normal. And deck, alpha, emergency evacuation area, environment unstable. Well, it gives us a little idea as to what's going on in the world around us. You might be thinking to yourself, this doesn't look exactly like how I remember it. We'll activate the repressurization. And that's because I'm running it on an emulator. I am doing that for the graphic quality for the video, and also because it's easier to record and get everything. So escape pod entrance, the vessel has already been jettisoned. Evacuation occurs 6 hours prior to your arrival. Now what I'll do is I will pause here and I will jump over to Dolphin, and we will go. So this is probably how you remember the game. to some this extent. And this is completely fine, it still looks good. But for the sake of the video, I'll be running the game in 4K, 16x anisotropic filtering, 4x MSAA for anti-aliasing. That's multi-sampling, I believe. And I will be running it in 16:9. So that we get a crisper image for your viewing pleasure. So we get the map here, and this is taking quite a bit of time with the all this stuff, so I'm gonna try and speed it up a little bit. So we downloaded the map for the area. We could use Z to open the map and close the map. There's a couple things to scan here. Frigate exterior hull stable and fully functional. Talon 4 ground 0 area secure. Crater radiation readings normal. And 2 parasite queen specimens have become volatile on deck beta. All security personnel should report to the biotech research area. And this is a pirate note. Parasitic infestation has been detected in the ventilation systems of decks Gamma and Beta. I thought that was the pirate lore, but that's coming up. Apparently there's a missable scan. So we're gonna gain access to the lower deck. We'll get ready for the door. You're looking at the map. Use morph ball by pressing X. Okay, can we read these things? Yes, we can. Specimen cell A, hibernation, transference of phase incomplete. Cell B, unknown, rejection detected. Phase on egg and pupa stage. Oh. Its tough exoskeleton protects it from its mother's acidic embryonic fluid. The fluid sacs in the mouth enlarge after mutation. Just so you know, also don't worry about the reading. There's not going to be too much. There's a bit here on the frigate, and then there's not too much until we get to phase on mines in the facility, and then there's a little more reading, but there's not too much. This allows for increased production of corrosive bile. Combat mutation applications are complete. The primary legs of this creature possess galvanized tips, allowing it to penetrate any known alloy. After mutation, the carapace of the larva becomes rigid. The carapace is quite resilient, able to resist the attacks of many predators. Okay. And this tells me there's a door. Entrance to deck beta security hall. Ballistic support needed in specimen block F. So we can lock on, press Y to fire a missile. Step out of the way so we don't get shot. Phase on infusion stage 1, parasite larva diagnostic, mass 1.2, length 0.5, cell structure stable. We'll take out that guy first. Phase on infusion stage 2, introducing mutagen into tank. Phase on batch 732.c, status complete. This is a pirate lore. A new pirate data entry has been downloaded to our logbook. Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 09.992.3. Zebes has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates Orpheon, Syracuse, and Val Paragam were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We are ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at code blue. No signs of pursuit from the hunter. Phase on infusion stage 3, mutation initiated, larva status stable. Oops. No, I want stage 4. No. Stage 4, larva diagnostic, mass 14.5, length 40.3, cell structure failing. Specimen cell structure failing. Batch 732.c does not match DNA terminating sequence. Experiment 435.8. Bioform pain tolerance levels at 13% holding. Fusion analysis 12.5. Perimeter defense turret malfunction. Parasite larva harmless unless encountered in large numbers. Plasmite native of Talon 4. Solitary holding 1. Unknown. Xenotropic lifeform unstable. Use caution. Native of Talon 4. Fusion analysis 10.2. Exhibit incredible strength and body mass increased when exposed to phasal batch 732.c. Batch 3.h increased the acid production in the parasite larva. Alright, so we'll scan this and activate the elevator. Holding 2, toxic status, hermetic seal holding. Alright. This is the room with all the scanning. After this there's really nothing else to scan. So Zoomer, Talon 4, these are all just native to Talon 4. Yeah, there's nothing too special about it. The hermetic seals are holding on these guys, and the rest are native to Talon 4. Just gonna scan them because we're here, and it's easy to scan them now rather than later. Oh, he's still alive. He's hurting. Alright, let's get going. Open the seal. Sit for the elevator, step inside. Okay, door lock enabled. Please insert metallic sphere to open door. Can do. I myself am a metallic sphere. So that's about as fast as you can shoot the missiles without doing any tricks. Save station right there. Save station. Step into these stations to save your game and fully restore your energy. I don't need it. But save stations are very useful. There we go. Alright, so I'll give it a scan just to show you guys. A new creature's entry has been downloaded. Morphology: Parasite Queen. Parasite female, genetically enhanced by unknown means. A weak spot has been detected in this creature's mouth. Use your auto-targeting to acquire this new target. Scans indicate the presence of a potent mutagen, origins unknown. Creature exhibits the ability to fire weapon-grade blasts of energy from its mouth, a trait not present in the standard parasite genome. It appears the pirates have begun a bioengineering program with considerable results. So we get out of that and we scan onto its face, and it's dead. So basically, there's a limit to how fast you can shoot the missiles. It has a bit of a reload animation, but if you hit A to change back, it will fire your currently selected beam, and will reset the ability to use a missile. But that also works if you hold up on the C stick, and I find holding up on the C stick a lot more reliable, as it's just a constant. You can hear it going in the background there. And so it auto allows you to just fire as quick as possible. So I disabled the turret by scanning that there, just so we can go past it. And we don't even have to deal with these guys because they'll blow up there. We need to deal with this guy. And those guys would have died from that explosion there as well. And so in here, a faster way to move is in the morph ball. At least while going on flat and downhill. And so I'll be using the morph ball here just for a little bit. I do know in the speedrun there is a way to like completely skip this whole section by going out of bounds, but that's not what I'll be doing in this playthrough. Alright, here's where it starts to go uphill. So get out of morph ball. And I don't have missiles to take these guys out. Come on, open up. Yeah, in the speedrun they'd already be out by now. But that's fine. We're going to escape this place. I'm thinking that when I get down to Phase on Mines, I'm going to create a copy of this save and just practice the ending of the game over and over again to get more familiar with it and get faster in general at it. And maybe at some point I'll get a sub 3 hour run on the game, which would be pretty cool. Alright. Disable the turrets. Keep the scanner up because we need to scan this bit here. Will allow us back to deck alpha. Oh no! Look out! You okay, Samus? No. Various suit malfunction. Morph ball malfunction. Missile malfunction. Charge beam malfunction. Grapple beam malfunction. Uh-oh. Alright, so we got a room is depressurizing. We gotta scan that. I don't actually know if you have to scan that because that's the one that we had to scan to get in. We may not have to scan that at all. But we're out of there now. We lost the big shoulder pads. Somehow by an electrical shock. But we should have it back in no time. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. Alright, we're gonna save here. I'm gonna show you something that we can do, and then we'll end the episode off after that. So, here's this thing. In the game, they obviously cap your forward momentum, but they left the sideways momentum uncapped. And so by doing a little scan dash off of our ship, we are able to completely sequence break the game and get the space boost early. I'm going to be skipping these cutscenes just because we're not staying on this save. We will be removing this progress. But you're able to very early get the space boots, which normally in a casual playthrough you'd get like 3 hours into the game, and it's the first upgrade that you can get, because when you dash sideways, you are able to have your momentum carried over infinitely if you do it right, and you can get yourself just barely onto that platform to go and get the space boots. So having the space boots means that you can do a bunch of sequence breaking right at the start. The best part is it'll tell you, well, that's the seismic activity, which is normal for this area. Normally it would say something about multiple locations later. So if we come over here, there we go. We already have a missile, so we don't have to go fight the boss battle to get the missiles, and we can go straight in here. These little bugs are so mean. And we can come in here now that we have the missiles. And I'm gonna try it. I don't do it very well. Well, I seem to have done it there. Kinda. I'll try another scan dash. And now we can leave. So we already have a morph ball without having to do the fight. And we get this awesome music to accompany us until we trigger new music. And like, I could just continue a whole run from here, because from here we can go and get multiple other upgrades and already be out of this area. but I will be removing all that progress, and we will be doing it more naturally. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode of Metroid Prime. I know there was a fair bit of reading on the frigate, but it is the very beginning of the game. It gives some exposition as to the previous game where it talks about the fall of Zebes because the planet blows up, or well, it doesn't blow up, but the basically a major attack on the pirates in Zebes, and they're saying that they don't think the hunter's following them. We are the hunter, and I will be following them in the next episode, and I hope you join me while we look at Talon Overworld, Chozo Ruins, and maybe Magmore Caverns. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in episode 2. Bye!